You know, we are back, episode 46, Two Sits and Change, the podcast. It is your boy, CEO McLean.
It's your boy, Melly Mel, man.
You
Yeah.
know what it is, man? We got a great show planned for y'all today, man. Shout out to everybody on Instagram that still kept us afloat for the past week that we wasn't there. I looked at the page, still at 3.7 million views in the last 30 days. So the page is still active.
Salute.
Shout out to Reggie Miller, who we just posted, something in the stories to give us some flowers, and he reposted it. So shout out to Reggie Miller. We got a segment, we got a little segment planned for you too, Reggie. Shout out my man Reggie Miller. Shout out to everybody on TikTok. Shout out to everybody, man. We got the merch on deck. My bro got the merch shown on deck right now. We got the shirts on deck. So if anybody want to support, man, come hit us in the DM, man. Get a 2 cents and change shirt, man.
Episode 46. I mean,
episode 46.
Let's show love to we're gonna start it off with it was a lot of boxing. We didn't throw in the topics, but Ryan Garcia dominated, Clarissa Shields dominated. Let's start there.
Mm-hmm.
Let's start with the boxing. Let's start with Ryan Garcia, man. So my bro, Roy Jones of the 9-0. I mean, you start that off, man. Roy Jones to the 9-0. What you thought about that?
Man, I watched the fight, man. I thought it was a great comeback fight for Ryan Garcia, man, winning the WBC welterweight title, man. So first of all, let me give some claps to that man for coming back. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because it was just he outboxed him, he outpunched him, he outboxed Barrios. Barrios really didn't look like he was fully prepared to step in that ring with Ryan Garcia. Actually, even when he caught that knockdown, the hook didn't really hit him cleanly. It hit him kind of like on the top of his head, but it was the power of Ryan Garcia that actually took him down. So shout out to Ryan, man, because after that Rolly fight, people was really on his back, like, can he do this? Can he do that? Was the steroids usage affected him and he couldn't fight? Like, all types of things was floating around on Ryan Garcia, man. He was able to come out and really put glove the belt to boots on glove the face on Barrios, man. And it just sets up him for a bigger fight. I know Stevenson was in the mix. They was in the ring, going toe to toe. That would be an interesting fight. But I think I really want to see that Haney rematch. I really want to see that. Don't know if they're going to get that, because I don't know if Haney camp is really going to go for it, because they don't really want to take that L again. You know what I mean? There's a lot Haney could lose on that. So I don't think they're going to really do that again. But that will be a fight that I would want to see Garcia fight next. If not, then Stevenson. And shout out to Garcia, because he's not afraid to fight anybody. He's like, give me anybody, all these names that's been thrown out there as these guys are the next faces. Ryan Garcia's like, I want to fight them. And he's fighting them. So I shout out to Ryan for that.
I will. And I mean, that's kind of like the Oscar De La Hoya effect, because De La Hoya was the same way. He was fighting everybody, and that's who's scared. But I think that like you said, salute to Ryan. I do think that, honestly, I'd rather the Haney rematch happen now than later. They don't really mean nothing, so we could just get past it and everybody go on. Like the same thing that, as far as what you call it, the L. Haney needs this.
Yeah.
Like, regardless of win, loss, because you was beefing, so you need the rematch, and Ryan so they could just close the chapter and everybody move on.
Yeah.
So I think that I'd rather it happen sooner than later.
Yeah.
And I would like to see him fight Shakur too, though. Honestly, if the Shakur fight is available, I'd rather him do that before the Haney. If the Shakur is on the table. If not, then the Haney rematch. But man, it was good for Ryan. But Ryan, I think he never was scared, but I think that he got the bad, lost the Rolly, he lost the Tank. So at this stage, you gotta just fight these guys, like padding the record, and you are not undefeated no more. Right. So take all the risk. So I like it. And salute to Ryan.
And it's just key to note again, right? Like with the steroid allegations with Ryan, the amount of steroids, again, that was in his system was not nowhere near enough to give him a competitive advantage. I just want to really put that out there. Sergio, what up? I want to really put that out there because people just hear steroids, right? And it was not enough to give him a competitive advantage. It didn't give him more strength. It didn't give him more agility. It didn't make his hooks harder. Nothing. It gave him no competitive advantage. It was just point some that was in the system that was in there that happened. Oh, he took steroids. So I, in the world that watched that fight, know that Devin Haney couldn't block the hook. The hook, he just couldn't block it. He just kept getting whooped by the hook. You know what I mean? So, and that's why I think Haney is not going to take that fight again. Because no matter how much you prepare to block the hook, it's like once you in there live in action, it's hard to do. You know what I mean? So, you know, that's the only fight I would want to see Garcia right now. Like you said, rather sooner rather than later, Haney and Garcia.
Yeah. And shout out to Clarissa for putting belt to ass too.
Oh yeah, shout out to Clarissa Shields, man.
You think she's the GOAT female boxer?
Undoubtedly. I mean, you know, what she done in her weight division, and moving up in weight just to get to, cause I think she's a heavyweight.
Heavyweight right now.
You know, heavyweight right now. And I'm looking at the competition, man. In that division, it's really nobody that really could box with Clarissa. It's like this person that she fought a couple of years ago. She beat her unanimously. It wasn't like it was
It's
close.
not her fault. It's not her fault either.
Not her fault.
It's almost like that. It's almost like the Roy Jones, like when he was dominant, people went to try to knock him, but it's like, who's there? It's not his fault.
Yeah, it's not his fault. You know, she can't move down. It would be stupid for her to move down to fight somebody. You know, so until somebody comes up in the ranks and move up to heavyweight that has a great following, great backing, great story that could go and like really challenge her. There's nobody messing with Clarissa. To that fight again, this was somebody she beat years before unanimously. So it wasn't like it was like she had to rematch her. She didn't really have to because she already whooped her before. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you know, let's see who gonna come to the table, step up to really be like, all right, I want to fight and beat Clarissa. Other than that, you know, she the GOAT. Clarissa's the GOAT. The GOAT. What you call it? The GOAT, not the GOAT. The GOAT.
Yeah, the GOAT. And, you know, just keeping it home, I mean, Joe, the big news with Mayweather coming out of retirement, Manny Pacquiao versus him rematch. They both older. So it's not like it's like an old guy versus a young guy.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, it's one of those like, you know, Netflix and all of them and whatever people they because Ronda Rousey even got a fight coming up. MMA, one of them like a long standing like fights. So I see what Netflix is doing. You know, they out here trying to make those matches. How you feel about, you know, Floyd coming out of retirement and putting it on the line against Manny?
I got mixed feelings about this one, man. I mean, you know, by the time they fight, Floyd will be 48, Pacquiao will be 47.
Nah, he's 49. His birthday was like, I think today or something like that. Because I saw Manny Pacquiao while I watched it. He was talking on ESPN and they was talking about the upcoming fight. I think his birthday was today because it was like Mayweather's birthday. You got any like birthday things to have? And they thought Manny was going to talk trash. And Manny didn't. He just said, nah, it's, you know, wish him health and da-da-da-da-da.
Wait, so Floyd is going to be 49?
He's
by
49.
By the time they fight in September?
No, he's 40. He's 49 now. His birthday was today, I believe.
He just turned 49 today. Okay, I didn't know. I thought he was still be 48 by the time they fight. Well, he's 49, and Manny Pacquiao will be what, 48, maybe 47. I know he's 47, 49.
Yeah, 47. Yeah.
Maybe they fight 50 years old if you're getting paid. Word. I mean, I don't know how to feel about this one, man. This is conflicted to me, only because I just think that there's really no reason for Floyd to come back. Like, Floyd has nothing to lose. Pacquiao has way more to gain, because remember when they fought last, they was hitting at Pacquiao had a shoulder injury, so he wasn't 100%.
He talked about that.
Yeah, you know, so it's like, okay, now you're, you know, would be hopefully seemingly 100%, but you of older age now, and then you fought Barrios. You was looking. People say he looked like his old shell of himself, but Father Time has a way of catching up to people. So I don't know how to feel about this fight. I think for me, for Floyd, obviously, I think is a money grab for Floyd because there was things that were in the news saying that he owes this and that in tax. I know they said he wrote a check for like 184 million, some crazy number, some shit like that he wrote a check to clear his taxes off. But those things was floating around. So it's like, what is really Floyd Mayweather's purpose? And after that, he got an exhibition fight. He going against Mike Tyson, right?
Yeah.
So it's
No,
like,
before that is the
is that
Tyson.
before that? Okay, before that, Mike Tyson. So it's like, what is your angle, Floyd? You know, I don't understand that. I mean, you know, the last pay-per-view fight broke records, right? So it's
Yeah.
like, will this break more? Will this be more of a draw than the last one? No, because a lot of people are gonna, because they're gonna watch it because it's Floyd and Pacquiao, you know. But I just don't know. I don't know how I feel about it, you know, about this fight. I'm not even gonna pick a winner and loser on this because I'm gonna watch it for pure entertainment purposes only. I'm not gonna watch it going in like, oh my Pacquiao. I don't have that nostalgia feeling for this fight anymore, for Floyd and his age and stuff. So, you know, I'm gonna watch it, but I'm not gonna have the same kind of hype. Like, oh yeah, nah.
Yeah. And Manny Pacquiao said that Floyd wanted it to be an exhibition. And he like, nah, I'm not fighting you on an exhibition. If we fight, it's gonna be a real fight. That's what Pacquiao said in the interview with ESPN earlier. So yeah.
Well, of course, because not being an exhibition is gonna give it more of a draw because Floyd Mayweather is 50-0. So if he loses, that will be his only blemish on his record, right? So that in itself made that fight probably ×2 more of a draw than it being an exhibition, you know. So, well, what Kiki said exactly, it's a fight, and it's all we have at the moment. Yeah, I mean, boxing we have gotten a lot of good boxing matches the past couple of months. So, you know, it's good for boxing. I just, you know, again, I'm just not gonna be so hyped to watch this fight.
Yeah, you know. It is what it is, man. But you know, salute to
I like that
everybody
it's on
getting it.
Netflix.
Yeah, they trying to bring it back to them old times. They said like when fights used to come on TV.
Yeah.
And they said because they feel like people don't be buying pay-per-views like that because they're so expensive.
Yeah.
So they trying to, you know, I see what Netflix is trying to do, you know, putting on the fights and stuff, you know, trying to, you know, and that'll help with the viewership too because it's like people won't be illegally watching nothing.
Right. I mean, people still gonna find illegal ways to watch it. I know I do.
I mean, yeah, but most people have Netflix though.
Right. That's true.
So that's what it's kind of like, you know, it kind of eliminates that part.
Right.
You
and
know
they
what I mean?
fight in this new like spear.
Yeah. No, like a arena and all that. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's interesting. I want to see how that looks, you know,
visually,
like how they did the All-Star game in LA with the new arena in there. I just want to see how visually, you know, it'll look there, you know. But what if, you know, if Mayweather loses, I mean, it's going to be a shocker to people because it's going to be, you know, 50 and 1. You know what I mean? But I just don't.
Yeah. I had one for you though, bro. Because it was something I was talking about with people at the gym, and I seen a post. I was in a post, right? And it was a young dude. He was listening to. He was like, "Yo," and it is interesting. I'm like, I gotta ask you this while I remember, because I was asking my dude Mouse at the gym about it too. But so he was looking at something, and then he was like, "Yo, I'm not gonna lie to you." He was like, "Yo, I was listening to my beat catalog and all that." He was in a barbershop and with a bunch of older dudes. He was like, "Yo, Prodigy is better than Andre 3000." And then, you know, they was flipping. He was like, "Yo, his diss to Tupac," and this is a young dude, was crazy. The way he was talking about, and I'm like, I like this young man because he did his homework. He's not going off. He did his homework. If it's mentioned, drop a gem, that means you did your homework. Then, I mean, I was talking with Mouse about it, and I'm not gonna lie. At first, I used to front on my beat because then when you know, he used to always be like the queen, and I used to be like, "Yo, get out of here," just because he used to fiend. But as I got older and I started being more in tune and all of that, and I'm like, yo, and then you hear the reverence that MCs have for the infamous album is bar none.
Yeah.
And we're talking about MCs.
Right.
Pusha T's, and they're talking about the infamous. You would think they're talking about Illmatic. Fab. Like, you name them. The reverence for the infamous album is bar none. And I feel like a lot of times people just be, you know, they just go because like say like an Outkast is more popular and everything. But then it's like, if you're not into hard stuff, you might not pick the Mobb Deep or none of that. But I'm like, yo,
I don't think Outkast. Now, what is this dude from New York? Obviously, right?
No,
Where's he
nah, it was
from?
a young dude. I don't know. I just watched it. I don't know where he was from.
Oh, you watched it
It
on
was
YouTube or something?
on Facebook. Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
And it was
okay,
just
okay,
it was interesting because of his age.
okay,
And he
okay,
was talking with a bunch of older guys though.
okay.
You know what I mean? So it was. So I wanted. That's why I said I gotta ask the fellow, the rapper, the New York guy, Mr. Maverick himself. You know what I mean? I gotta ask you, what's your thought on that? Before we get to other stuff, if I been to my head and I just thought about it, but I wanted to ask, what's your thoughts on that?
I mean,
real quick.
It depends on where the young bull is from, honestly. Because
No. I want your take. What's your thoughts on it? How do you
on
feel about, say, like the Prodigy over the Andre 3000 or even the Mobb Deep over the Outkast? I want to know your opinion.
Oh,
That's
no,
what
but
I'm
again,
asking.
it's going to tie into that because it depends
Okay.
on where you from. You know, because just like how people on the West Coast was like, yo, like we consider Biggie a better lyricist than Tupac, right? But if you go to the West Coast, people on the West Coast that was born there, raised there, lived there,
Yeah.
they're not going to say Biggie's better than Tupac, regardless if they feel like Biggie's better than him or not. They're going to always ride with Tupac. So that's why I asked where he's from. For me, I wasn't on the Outkast wave and the ATL wave. You know what I'm saying? I was more New York hip hop. I'm listening to Fab, Mobb Deep, Jay, Biggie, you know, Rakim. I'm listening to all those dudes. So my ear wasn't privy to what's going on at ATL. So I would be biased, you know, but as far as being a hip hop head that's just gonna put everything all in a one pot and listen to everything, you know, I would still be biased because of my culture. So I'm gonna resonate more with Mobb Deep and Prodigy more so than Andre 3000 and Outkast, you know, because they're gonna be people in Atlanta that's gonna say Andre 3000 was way better than Prodigy and Mobb Deep and Outkast group. They're gonna say that because they from ATL. So again, these things are always subjective. You never gonna pick one thing. Me personally, I'm going. Andre 3000 is an incredible lyricist. You know, Outkast, you know, had an amazing impact as far as the culture and what they brought to the game in hip hop. But Mobb Deep, infamous. That's they iconic. They're iconic. It's like you leave them alone as far as in comparing them to Outkast group. Great group, but Mobb Deep and Prodigy, nah, you know, in my opinion.
Yo, drop a gem on them. Yo,
Yeah,
I can listen to it 100 times on repeat, and I'm gonna always be hyped. Like, yo, he really like, that I love that song. I really like the lyrics and how he was going at him.
Yeah.
Not nobody went at him. Not Biggie, Jay, the way Prodigy went at him at that time.
Yeah. And that was peak pop, peak time too. Yeah.
Yo, if Pac would have lived, he would have had to respond to that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it would have had to been hard.
Absolutely.
Like people talk about a lot of the diss records, drop a gem on them is up there for me personally. It's in the top 5. I'm not gonna say where, but it's in the top 5. Pac was attacking everybody. No one had nothing to say. Prodigy, body bag in the verse.
Yeah. And the reason why people didn't have nothing to say against Pac, because Pac is like how 50 Cent is now on the internet. Pac was like that with music. You know, like Pac was he's gonna go at you. He's gonna make the videos. He's gonna be relentless in his pursuit of dissing you. You know, he was even like that with Prodigy, you know, talking about his sickle cell and all that. He was relentless. You know, he just passed away, so we didn't get to hear what Pac rebuttal was going to be.
Because Prodigy said word. He said word and ate his food.
Yeah.
Ate his
food. So Prodigy got a one-up on that because Pac wasn't to respond.
Yeah. Mind you, they didn't even release it as a single because he died. It was just on the album.
On the album, yeah.
So they said, all right, we're not even going to go hard with it.
Yeah.
So he even chilled, though. But it was just, they couldn't take it off the album.
Yeah.
But... you know, I wanted to get, a little hip hop talk in with that with the bro. But back to the regularly scheduled programming. Let's talk about I wanna dive into the NBA with the tanking, right?
Mm-hmm.
And because it's something that I watched earlier with this dude from college, the one on Kansas, who be
Mm-hmm.
coming out the games and not playing, and you know, in the NBA with like the quality of the games and certain things. And honestly, yeah, like the tanking thing is like, bad teams. It's almost like before I felt like teams was playing and it just okay, bad team. But now it's like it's almost like it's rigged.
Yeah.
With the tanking. And Philly did it for years and
Mm-hmm.
still ain't get a championship out of all of that. They
Mm-hmm.
had all the top picks, Ben Simmons, Fultz, and B, all this and nothing to show for it. So it
Mm-hmm.
is not going to guarantee you a championship. But for
Mm-hmm.
the product, the NBA product, man, they got to the only way to fix that is this. You got to stop increasing the odds for the worst teams.
Yeah.
At least it's not like, I feel like at least it's not as bad as football where the worst team automatically get the top pick.
Right.
It's almost like, all right, I don't like that because
Yeah.
it makes this happen.
Yeah.
So they need to just even out the distribution of the lottery joint,
Mm-hmm.
to limit the tanking because I don't like it, man. I don't
Yeah.
like it.
I mean, I know, you reward the work. You want to, well, like, do you want to reward the worst team, or do you just want to reward, I would say, a player, a team just having the draw, the luck to get a top pick? That's where I really feel like it comes down to, right? So it's like, with the NBA lottery, how they do now, they're seemingly supposed to be, some of the worst bottom of the barrel teams get more ping pong or get more balls
Yeah,
than the regular team. So that's how it's supposed to go, quote unquote, right? Which give the lesser team an odds. But it just always seems like a good team never get a top pick ever. Like when is the last time a good team, if their ball is in the lottery in the balls, no homo pause, when have they gotten a top 5 pick? Right? So you look at it like that, like, the NBA year for namesake will say every team got a lottery pick in there for the luck of the draw, but obviously they never get that luck of the draw since they've been doing a lottery, right? And it was really a travesty how they did it it really came to a head with the Dallas Mavericks getting Cooper Flag. Like, what was the chances of them trading away their star player and getting the number 1 pick right after that? Like, what was the chance? What was the odds of that? You know what I mean? So when you look at things like that within the NBA and the landscape of the NBA, that makes you question, like, what's really going on? And this tanking
yeah,
thing is bad because you got these guys like Trey Young, Anthony Davis, that's over there. Obviously, they're not going to play for the season. Can they probably play? Yeah, the fans of Washington, D.C. would want to see these guys play. You know how they going to look. You got Jaren Jackson over there on Jazz sitting down. Like he's healthy. He could play. Market and Utah Jazz just got fined like $500,000. Was it? Yeah, $500,000 for
yeah.
resting their players. So
And the
it's
Indiana
really
Pacers too.
Indiana Pacers, it's really a disservice to the fans, right? Because
Yeah,
you got these people that pay their money, season ticket holders that paying their money to watch the team play. The money not stopping. Y'all not stopping the money. So why are y'all stopping the players from going out there playing if they can actually play? So I
yeah,
just think that honestly, get rid of the whole lottery thing of if you're the worst team, because then that's going to eliminate the teams not playing. It's like, yo, all right, we're just going to play and try to win games and compete, because even if you got a worse record, everybody should have the same amount of lottery picks in there. Maybe if it's maybe give the top maybe 5 teams, like instead of 1 ball, give them 2 in there, whatever, and give every other team, their lottery picks in there. And that's how I think you should do it, because
yeah,
you're still giving a chance for the lower teams to have more lottery, picks in there, but you're giving everybody else a fair shake too, so they got to do something. I know Adam Silver was talking with the team. They got to do something, man, because it's like basketball right now is really taking a hit because a lot of people are not watching it because of how the NBA games are played. People just, it's like this playground. No plays are being run. They just running up and down, shooting threes and layups is really not fun to watch. And now you got tanking involved. Like the NBA is taking a real hit. People are really getting on Adam Silver. Like, you got to fix this now. It was like, this would never happen in a David Stern era. You know what I mean? I saw little comments and stuff saying that. So they got to fix it, bro, because it's really, really bad. Like me personally, I can't even watch NBA games no more. I just don't. I'm not into it no more. I don't watch it.
Yeah, honestly, I haven't sat down and watched a game from start to finish. The only day I think I looked at the Knicks game because I saw it was a close game.
Yeah.
And there was like a little bit of time left in the fourth. So I said, "Oh, let me check that out." But yeah, people don't really start watching till playoffs because things is ran a little more tighter. But they definitely got to do something because, like you said, it's taking a hit. The game, like, got to stop the bleeding. Got to stop the bleeding, man.
And it's on too many streaming networks, right? It's like
they thought that was a good idea, but it's like. It's crazy, man.
It's crazy. It's like, yo, Peacock, like, where can you watch the game at, bro? Like, I don't even it's crazy, man. It's crazy. I know we gotta. Sometimes you want to advance with the times and the ages, but sometimes just keep what works and just tweak it a little bit. Like the nostalgia of the NBC. Why move from that? Like that in itself brought thousands of people just to watch the intro.
Yeah, they're supposed to be bringing that back, but it's on whatever streaming network. I don't know if it's Peacock.
It's trash.
And it's like we're not getting that feel. And honestly, the superstars and stuff of today is not like before. And then it's not like I remember, I watched Game 5, Sacramento versus the Lakers, the last year on NBC. Remember when Mike Bibby hit the game winner? And when Chris Webber set the screen, he came over the screen, knocked it down, and then Kobe had got the ball to get the win, and he missed over Bobby Jackson. And the whole NBA, it's like just the way superstars was, the teams. Like, even like when it was Game 7 with AI versus Vince, or even when it was a regular season game, and you had, like, I remember even on a lower scale, even though, like, I love White Chocolate, but we know he's not fucking with Allen Iverson. But he was popular. So, I remember the NBA intro was Iverson versus White Chocolate.
Right.
Like, even on that level, like, and just the way it was. Yeah, you're like, oh, yo, that's crazy. Like, yo, it's about to be, even though we know AI's getting 30, and White Chocolate's probably gonna have like 10 or something, but it's like, you know what I mean? And it's like just the way the swag and the flair of players and the aura is like, it's not. That's missing too. Because every team had somebody, even like the veterans, like even when Barkley was on Houston, he'd still be the subject of an NBA or NBC. Like it'd be like, you know what I mean? Like nah, like
it was just like. Go ahead. My bad.
Nah, go ahead. No, you go ahead.
No, I would say it was just like the storylines that they had leading up to the games, especially on NBC. There's just like Michael Jordan, last game against the Knicks,
legendary.
30 thing, Patrick
legendary.
Came back, Can Patrick Ewing come back to find the odds? Can he finally stop Michael Jordan? Can Michael Jordan come in the Garden and put up a number 55? We will find out on NBC. It used to get me hyped.
Hype. Yo, bro. The game with the 4-point play. NBA, NBC. I had to watch it just on NBA. I watched the clip, but I had to watch the game, the NBA, NBC. Unmatched. Like you're not telling me nothing.
You're not giving me these stories and getting me hype. Like they just come on
games,
commentary.
I ain't got Peacock no more, Orlando. I ain't got no username and password.
You know what I mean? So it's like it ain't the nostalgic feeling of getting the fans involved is not the same. And they got to understand the fans are the ones that give y'all guys the ratings that goes into the arenas, that fills it up. Like, you know, the fan, they even had commentary before about the Sacramento Kings before and how they fans are. It was storylines behind them.
Yeah.
You know, so now it's just like the games come on and we watching guys run up and down, shoot threes, the game go off, and it's done.
Yeah.
You know,
I would have even still appreciated. Remember when ABC, they had their little theme song? I remember when they were bitch up and the dude, I forgot the announcer, he'd be bang, bang, like, you know, at least that would even be like, all right.
Yeah.
Like, imagine NBA on NBC when Kobe last season, his last game. That would have been an NBA NBC game.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, the feeling is not the same, man. NBA got to do. I would say David Stern got to do something because not David Stern. Excuse me, Adam Silver got to do.
God bless.
Yeah, God bless David Stern. You know, Adam Silver got to do something drastically, man, because all these little nuances that he's doing to try to bring more revenue to the game is really destroying the game. Just hit the reset button and bring it back to the essence. And get this thing rolling. I mean, because I would love to see a storyline like can Anthony Edwards, is he the new face of the NBA? Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, reigning MVP. They go head to head. Who would be you know what I mean? Just that storyline, and then put their faces together, and you be hyped like, ooh, I gotta watch this game. This shit crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they give us that. They don't even do that. Like, all these niggas is just buddy. Hey, everything, you know, play the game and it's over. Like, I don't watch NBA games no more unless if I watch a clip, or like you said, the Knicks. I saw the Rockets. I saw a couple of that. So I was watching that a little bit, and then I wanted to watch it, but I got frustrated when these niggas just don't run no plays at all. You know what I mean? So I was like, they don't run. NBA do not run plays no more. These guys do not run plays. I still like watching the Warriors play because they still run their sets. They do what they do in that team. But half of the league, half of the teams, bro, they don't run no plays. You know what I mean? San Antonio Spurs is good though. I watched them. I watched them. But other than that, man, it's trash.
Yeah, I mean, let's talk about. I don't even want to spend too much time on Stephen A. talking about Bron. Talk to that, bro.
You didn't see that?
I saw him giving praise to him about something, but then I didn't see that. Because honestly, I don't really be into much of the gossip stuff, man.
So Stephen A., you know, and I like Stephen A., you know, I think that some of his takes, you be like, yo, what is he talking about? But a lot of times he's really, you know, really being real. So he was, I guess Pat Riley got a statue revealed and all of that. And and they was talking about, he was going on talking about that. And he was talking about how he had fined some players for the way they dress, right? So Stephen A. went on a tantrum about LeBron, like LeBron don't be dressing accordingly to how, you know how back in the day they used to have the players wear ties and suits. He's like, LeBron, they dress like they bought their clothes from Target. So I'm like, Stephen A., like, why you talk? LeBron is living rent free that much in your head that you got to talk about the man and the way that he dresses for NBA games, bro. Like,
I got a comment on that. He looks extra bad because he's very cool with Allen Iverson.
Very cool
with Allen Iverson. And to be talking about, so that sounds whack to me.
Yeah, it don't sound whack. It just sounds like. We all know you have a disdain for LeBron James. We all know that. You know, albeit you go on a platform and you always give him his praises because that's what you got to do because you're the face of the ESPN network as it pertains to sports and stuff. So you can't be biased and try to criticize the man all the time. But something like that is petty, bro. You talking about the man's wardrobe and how and saying that he has to set the standards for what? Like, what are we talking about? Why are we talking about LeBron James? We talk about LeBron James enough. The media, everybody talk about LeBron James enough, right? But to talk about the guy in his clothes, like, come on, Stephen A., chill, relax, bro. It's not that serious, bro. Like his clothes, come on, bro.
Yeah.
I know LeBron probably looked at that like, oh, this motherfucker, get off my damn meat sack. Like, he got 3 balls. Stephen A's is 3rd balls. Like, he's just hanging on LeBron shit. Like, this is crazy, Stephen A, bro.
Yeah, it's nasty work. It's nasty.
Nasty work. Let's stop this
Nasty.
shit, man.
Nasty. Yeah.
Talking about his clothes. We talking clothes? We talking about clothes. We're not even talking about the game. We're talking about clothes? Come on, Stephen A.
I just feel like you can't be that cool with AI though and talking about LeBron's clothes. Bro.
Come on. Then he was talking about he was the best dressed person in the room because he always talk about his suit. That's cool if you want to wear your suits and all that. That is fine, bro. But you talking about a nigga clothes? What they wearing coming to the games? Like, come on, bro. Like, that's not even about sports. That's a personal issue.
Yeah.
It ain't got nothing to do about sports, bro. We ain't talk. You on ESPN talk about a nigga clothes, and we supposed to be talking about basketball and sports. You talk about a nigga clothes. Come on, son. Come on. What my man Ed Lover say? Come on, son. Come on, son.
Yeah,
the fuck
man.
we talk about, Stephen A.
That's whack.
Yeah, man. That shit crazy. I just had to we had to talk about that.
Yeah, that's whack, man. And let's give Reggie his flowers, man. Respect to Reggie, man.
Shout out to Reggie Miller, man. We posted a highlight clip. I would just want to start off like, what is one of your most memorable
I was already ready. And I'm not even gonna pick the Knicks joint because I feel like my favorite one was the push off 3 on Mike and how he was jumping around. The jumping around. That's my favorite one. And yo, the biggest thing about that was Larry Bird's face. It's like nothing was going on. Larry Bird was just stone like. Everybody's in the arena. It's going ballistic. They jumping. Reggie Miller's out. Yo, Larry Bird.
You know why? Because Larry Bird saw that clock and said they got the greatest player of all time.
Yeah, Larry Bird didn't flinch. He didn't react. It was no even hype. It just.
Yep.
But that was a moment though. That's my favorite Reggie one though.
My favorite Reggie moment is in '94 when he scored 25 points in the 4th quarter. That's my favorite Reggie Miller moment. That's and he only averaged like 18 points a game in his career. So to score 25 points in a quarter against the Knicks, boy, Spike Lee was over there like he was pissed. And then that's when the infamous.
Yeah.
That's Reggie Miller was a stone cold assassin out there, man. I just had to give my props to Reggie Miller, man.
I gotta give some more too. They owned Philly because when AI kept making the playoffs, they kept losing to Indiana every year. And I'm gonna give another classic moment. This is the MVP season. AI Philly #1 seed. Reggie with the game winner on AI. They almost was like, yo, not again. These motherfuckers again. Reggie Miller with the game winner said, hold that in Philly on AI. And they was tight, and AI tried to come with the court, turn the shit over. They was like, yo, they about to lose the Indiana again the way it was looking. You know what I mean? But yo, shout out to Reggie.
Man. Let me just name some of his all-time career stats, man. He finished his career with 25,279 points, man. 12th all-time at retirement. 2,560 made 3-pointers before Steph. He held the record before Curry and Ray Allen took that over, man. He is the member of the 50-40-90. He set the standard of the 50-40-90 club. 50% shooting, 42% three-point shooting, and 90.8% free throw shooting, man. Like Reggie Miller, we got to give this man his props against Mike. That man, Mike was on record saying, yo, it's hard. It's tiring and irritating guarding Reggie Miller because that boy, he was Curry, before Ray, before Rip Hamilton running. You got to get your cardio going against Reggie. You cannot leave that man open. And his clutch gene was A1 clutch gene. Like, you just go down a list of Reggie Miller highlights and his clutchness. Like, shout out to Reggie Miller, man.
Yo, remember that like damn near half court 3-point against the Nets? Game 5, the first season Jason Kidd was there. We went to the final, and they went against Indiana. Damn near half court.
Half court, damn.
The back, I think that game went to overtime. Reggie Miller strikes again.
Again.
Reggie.
I ain't gonna lie, man. When I used to watch him, and I was like, because I'm not a Knicks fan by any stretch, but I used to watch how he used to kill the Knicks. I used to be like, yo, I don't know how. If I'm a Knicks fanboy, I would hate anybody with the name of Reggie. I'm fighting. What's Reggie? If I'm a Knicks fan, because Reggie haunts the Knicks. He even down to when they played Indiana in last year's series and Halliburton kind of hit it with that just shows you like the
and Reggie Miller called that game.
It just shows the Reggie Miller nostalgia and the impact that he had on the game that resonates until today. You gotta give Reggie Miller his flowers, man. I'm gonna start giving former players they flowers, man. So Reggie Miller, salute, OG, salute.
Yeah, Reggie, salute to you.
Yes,
definitely, man. And then, hey, speaking, keeping in the round. Hold on. He said, I don't mean to be funny, Reggie, for being down in the Malice and Palace. You fight both Wallaces.
I don't even see the comments. Where the comments at? I'm not even seeing them.
I'm getting them delayed a little bit, but I just seen Agent Mac.
Oh, okay. I didn't even see the comments. I'm glad you saw them because I ain't even seen none of the comments. Okay, good.
Yeah.
What Max said?
He said, I can't see the whole thing, but he says, I don't mean to be funny, but I F with Reggie for being down in Malice in the Palace. You fight both Wallaces.
Yeah, you fight both Wallaces. Yeah, you got a couple of screws loose up there. You ain't winning that battle.
Yeah, shout out to Reggie, man.
Shout out to Reggie, man.
And then, all right, so what if Ray and Kyrie missed? See, the only thing I don't like about when it comes to certain things is those shots, they automatically go back to Bron and Bron this, Bron that. Nah. I looked at it like this, going into the topic, because that's always what everyone says. They say LeBron.
I don't look at it that either.
Those are the biggest moments of both of their careers.
Thank you. Yes.
Like, so imagine Kyrie without the ring.
Yeah.
What is that? That's that detriment to him.
Thank you. I'm glad you went that angle. I was gonna go that same angle.
Like that. You know what I mean? That's like people always want to. Kyrie making the biggest shot, arguably in NBA Finals history. They automatic, Bron, this like damn. Like I know LeBron is doing, but golly, like relax. Like that did more for Kyrie because that Kyrie missing that. Now how do we look at Kyrie? The fact that Kyrie is an NBA champion does wonders for him, and it speaks to his greatness as a player.
Yes.
They just want to automatically go to, Bron this, Bron. No. Kyrie. What it did for Kyrie.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then on Ray Allen, the clutch shooter, that's the biggest shot of his career. What it did for Ray Allen. So Ray Allen without that shot, because Ray Allen still won a ring in Boston and did his thing. So I would say Kyrie not having that ring would obviously does more, for Kyrie being able to have one. But that shot, Ray Allen, and that was a little bit further out the prime. And it's like, see, that's Ray Allen. It's the guy. Like, look at that. Like, so we gotta, every time I hear those two, he saved Bron. Saved Bron. LeBron. It's like, so those two players aren't great players. Those are their moment.
You know what's key to note? Let's start with the Ray Allen one. All right. And I'm very glad you said that, bro, because I was going to, like you said, everybody would think that we are saying this to talk about LeBron's legacy. No, people talk about that enough. It was the impact. Let's start with Ray Allen's, the impact of Ray Allen's shot. Yeah. That impact of Ray Allen's shot, it would have put Duncan at 6-0 in the finals if he doesn't hit that shot. 6-0 in the finals. People don't really note that. You would have Duncan like, damn, that bro went to the finals 6 times and nobody beat him in the finals. 6-0. That would have put Duncan. It would have had one more than Kobe. He would have had the same amount of rings as Mike. So where would you put Duncan in the discussion as the GOAT, right? Like that, that discussion will be, because he's already the greatest power forward of all time. But then people will be like, yo, people always pin Mike. Well, he's 6-0 in the finals. Well, Duncan would have been 6-0 in the finals too. So where would you put Duncan as far as being the GOAT?
I never thought about that.
Never thought about that. So that shot for Ray Allen negated that, and far as, and that shot negated Tracy McGrady from being a champion. So just imagine what team discussions would have been like, especially with Vince. Even, they're in the Hall of Fame, but having that ring, even though he didn't contribute to that ring on the Spurs as that the way in his career, but at least he would have been on a championship ring and would have had the hardware, so it would have put T-Mac in a little bit of a different discussion as far as, this man got this type of career, and he got a ring. At least he got a ring to show for his career. Those conversations would have been different. That's Ray Allen hitting that shot. Now on Kyrie's side, Kyrie would have been looked at this prolific scorer who you can't win with him. He can't he can't be a championship player. That would have been the MO of Kyrie, because Kyrie, as an elite scorer and playmaker as he is, can you win a chip with him, right? That's the reason why Boston had picked him up, because he won a chip with LeBron and them. He hit the last shot. So that kind of changed his trajectory and how teams look at him. So if he didn't do that, didn't hit that shot, they looked at, he's a guy not to knock AI, but they would look at him like a great scorer who never got a championship ring, right? Yeah. So he would have been kind of in that realm, so those shots, we taking LeBron out of it. As you said, those shots was big defining moments for not only their careers, but it changed the trajectory of other teams' careers, other players' careers, team careers. That's why I had to put that in there, because I was like, oh shit, especially Duncan was like, oh, that's crazy. Duncan would have been 6-0 in the finals if Ray Allen didn't hit that shot. Unbelievable. It's crazy what one shot how it could change the trajectory of whole NBA history and shit like that. Crazy.
And Ray Allen, that was a tough shot.
Tough shot.
I think if Kyrie's wasn't game 7, Ray Allen joint, because it wasn't game, it was, but it's still,
6,
it's still big though.
But it still took away from a championship.
I'm saying though, I'm just saying, you know why? Because I'm thinking about like which one is bigger. That's why I'm saying that. Is the fact that Kyrie's was game 7. It was the big, but it's like, damn, but Ray Allen joint saved the season. So it's kind of like, damn, which one? But I'm going to lean with Kyrie's was game 7, but sheesh, the level of difficulty, I was like, I always when you look at the replay, and I'm like, how the did Ray Allen even be so mindful to get behind the 3? But you know why? Because he practiced, I don't know if you ever watched videos of him practicing shooting. He said he knows this place, being behind the 3 and actually shooting corner shots, not his definition of a corner shot is not how when we call it the corner, but it's we on level with the rim. It's how it's still a little space to the side of that. Yeah, that's his corner, actual, you know what I mean? So just to know in the place, it's because I'm like, how the people gotta understand, people always go, I would have done this, but when you in the heat of moment, the rebrain. So for in the moment, get behind the 3, launch that boy. I'm amazed at that part of it. The shot was, but to be mindful. Yeah. Let me make sure I'm behind the line.
Yep.
In the heat of the moment.
Yep.
That jump was like this. You had your brain gotta be
Yeah.
Big shots.
I would give it. The only reason why I would give, if we were talking about in terms of which shot was bigger, the Ray Allen shot or the Kyrie Irving shot, I would give it to Kyrie, because as a kid, right? Oh, what we do when we got a paper basketball? 5 to win a chip. 3, 2, 1.
Well, it wasn't a buzzer beater like that though. It was still some time left after
It
he
was still
made
some
that. Like,
time, but it was as
but
close
yeah,
to that as possible. You know what I'm saying? Like that was game 7 for a
yeah.
championship to
And against
hit
the team, and
against the
against
team
who
that
was
was
the
73
history, yeah, the history that he stopped.
that he stopped.
Yes,
He stopped the team from being, because that team, if they would have won the ring, that team would have been better than that Chicago Bulls 72-10. No doubt
I
about
agree.
it. No doubt about it. You know, shout
They would
out
have
to
been
Michael.
better. Yeah, they would have been better just off the fact that they got the chip with the record. And
Yes,
I mean,
because of
it
the
would have been
yes.
hard to negate. You couldn't really negate it.
Nah. No, they was 70, what they was 73-9?
Yes.
73-9. Like they had a better
Yes.
record than the Bulls, and you win the ring. That team would be the best team of all time. There's no doubt about it. So that shot negated that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the magnitude of that shot to negate that as the Warriors being the greatest team of all time, to beat in the team that could have been the greatest team of all time in a game 7 to win the championship. Kyrie is forever not vilified. He's in a Hall of Fame fight. Like he's just, that shot got to be the I don't know. People want to compare the Ray Allen shot better than his. I don't know, but that's got to be top 2, 3 best shots of final shots in NBA history. Like it just because of what those two shots did.
Not even final shots. Those might be in the top 3, 2 shots period in history.
Period in history.
Because of what was at stake. And like Matt said, like if Kyrie misses, KD doesn't come to Golden State.
He doesn't go to Golden State. Yep, because they feel like, yo, we don't need Bron. You know, they felt like they needed Bron after that.
No, KD.
Yeah, I mean, KD. I still think they could have did it because of the system that they had, but they felt like, yo, because the only reason why they did that, in my eyes, is because, you know, prior to that, the joint was, okay, we beat them without LeBron's teams, without LeBron, having Kyrie or Kevin Love. They come this year, they fully healthy. We 73-9. You know, they come and beat us. And guess who was the deciding factor of that? Kyrie Irving. You know what I mean? So they felt like, yo, in order for us, we're going to see Bron again. If we're going to have Kyrie Irving over there, we need at least somebody to negate kind of what that offensive power that they have over there. Because although that, you know, Kevin, Klay Thompson and Kyrie were great shooters, you know, I mean, Curry was great shooters. Curry was the only one that could really get a shot off the dribble. Klay couldn't. Draymond, he couldn't rely on Draymond. Harrison Barnes, you know what I'm saying? He was kind of like a spot up. So they had to get somebody that could create their shot. So they needed Bron once they lost that series. So if they did that, they probably be like, well, we done beat y'all with this team. That would have been that confidence up. So yeah, he right. So just that one shot alone, look at that one shot alone, did all of that shit. Negated all of that. You know what I mean? It's crazy. Crazy. People don't look at that. In the whole, they always talk about LeBron. Nah, we taking LeBron out of it. You know what I mean? We talking about Kyrie and Ray Allen and what the shots did to the other team, to their legendary status, and how it shaped NBA history. So
yeah, definite,
absolutely.
Man. And speaking about, you know, the league itself, man, as far as the NBA being about business and not loyalty, I mean, man, look, man, it never was though. I feel like you see the loyalty where you might have seen it with the Lakers and Kobe. Like we see, I guess, with Steph Curry and Golden State, but even though there's still time, you know, even like I feel like even with Minnesota and KG, they was loyal. But they said, yo, KG, where do you want to go? Put you in a place where you want to go to win a championship. They did them that justice. But then you had times where you see like the Knicks with Patrick Ewing when they traded him, that was crazy. That was crazy. How AI left Philly was crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then also, like, the Bulls chased Mike out. He was mad simple about what Phil out, I'm out.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, they wasn't loyal to Scotty. They didn't want to restructure his contract, and they know he deserved more bread. Like Scotty earned that, even though he signed the contract and people would advise him not to. But y'all still could have did the right thing. being loyal to him for what he did for the organization.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it's a lot of times we've seen like the loyalty was not there. And
Mm-hmm.
NBA is a business. I mean,
Right.
they've shown that, you know, they've shown that, you know, you got people like James Harden speaking out about that. And I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I feel like that's always been the case,
Mm-hmm. Now
you
I
know?
feel like now because you say NBA, right? Is it the NBA or is it the teams and the loyalty, right? Because these things really come down
Well,
because
yeah, I
it's
mean, they team specific. I mean, you know,
yeah.
each, you know, but, you know, they make up the NBA.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, like the NBA is the head, right? So it's like
Yeah.
they bring in the money and they disperse it against the teams. Okay, this team has such a money, you know, that they built in for as far as revenue and stuff like that. So this is what your cap is. This is what your cap is. So
Yeah.
then when that is displayed, then it's up to the teams to be like, okay, we got a certain amount of money. We got this star player. He's gonna demand such and such years, such and such money. Should we give him this money? So and then you're looking at it with Giannis right now. It's like Giannis your star player, but they're looking like, can we put enough? Do we want to give Giannis the amount of money? If we give him this amount of money, it probably negates us from going to get another star player because of what we have left. Right. So it all boils down to, because the NBA is going to make the money regardless, but it all boils down to whether the team is going to make that conscious
Yeah.
decision, like how they did with Kobe, because they said, yo, okay, Kobe, we're going to pay you this money. You bought us 5 chips. We're gonna pay you this money, and that took away from what they could have did otherwise to get other players. You know what I mean? So it kind of hurt the team, and that's like a lot of people was like, why they gave Kobe all this damn money? You know what I mean? But they
Yeah.
was being loyal to Kobe and say, hey, thank you, Kobe. We're gonna your last couple of years, you ain't gonna be shit though. You okay with that? Yo, okay, here you go. Here's your money. You loyal, and to the James Harden situation where he said he spoke about it, he was like, when he had that player option, on the Clippers, and they was kind of like fronting on him on whether or not, they was going to renegotiate his contract and mess up his guarantee money. So James Harden is like, he took it upon himself like, all right, yo, trade me. I'm out. He want his money because he understands that, yo, this is a business. The NBA is a business. The teams are not loyal to the players anymore. They're not showing that loyalty to the players anymore, as case we
Yeah.
see with Luka Doncic getting up out of there, Anthony Davis getting up out of there. These star
Yeah.
players is getting up out of there. So James Harden
Yeah.
like, give me my money. I'm gonna go over here. So it's in a way is good, in a way is bad, because prior to that, it was really more teams driven, where the teams controlled the narrative and where the players, went and stuff like that. Now players have more the narrative, and certain players have no trade clauses in their contracts where they dictate where they want to go. And hey, if you don't give me this money, this team over here is willing to give me this money, trade me over here. You don't want a big belly James Harden coming and shoot out looking all fat and shit because he want to get up out of there type stuff. So the players have more of the control now. So it's good for the players, yes, but then we have these discussions, right? Like loyalty is concerned. So now the teams is like, well, the players got this power now. Well, this player got the power to do this. Well, I'm going to do this before this player get this power to do that. So that's why we talk about the loyalty and stuff now. So it's kind of like in the middle, essentially, of how these things go. Teams is looking out for their best interests. Players are looking out for their best interests. So where does the loyalty lies now in this day and age, right?
Yeah. Yeah, man. Oh yeah, before I forget, because we up to the last topic. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
Sajero, I owe Sajero the apology for sure. We went over the text and everything like that. You know what I mean? I went on his neck over the T Mac, but he definitely, he was on some. Now he didn't say T Mac was better, but than Grant Hill at the time. So
Okay.
yeah, I gotta go on the record. I got
Okay.
a public apology to the bro. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? We clarified it. He cleared
Okay.
it up, and excuse me, I misquoted him. So before I forget, definitely get older, bro. The public apology, man. All right, man. Salute, man. Definitely. Definitely. You know what I mean? And yeah, the last topic though, I had to give it in. You know what I mean? I'm never too big to apologize, man. You dig? The Spurs, man.
Yes.
No problem. No problem. But can't Spurs win it all?
Go ahead, bro.
I mean, he's special, man. I feel like, and he have some dogs over there that understand the assignment, though.
Absolutely.
Castle, all them guys. So I think they're pretty dangerous as far as that. The only thing I could see maybe affecting them, because I don't get to watch them all the time, but Victor's just so special. I don't know how their team shooting is. But if they got shooting,
no, they
then
did.
Yeah, anything's possible.
Fox is a dog. Fox, Castle, and
I'm saying shooting. Shooting. Shooting.
They got shooting. Yes.
Okay, okay. So if they got that, then honestly, I don't see how not.
Yeah, I watched them play the other day. They played the Detroit Pistons, right? And Detroit Pistons is obviously, one of the better teams in the NBA, right? It wasn't even like, because Wemby is on minutes restrictions, so he play about 20, 25 minutes.
They're smart because in the playoffs they're gonna let him loose.
They're gonna let him rap. It's gonna move. So for them and watching them the way they play, like Wemby is an alien for real. Like I was watching them play, and one key play that I watched that I'm like teams could attack Wemby on is like it's kind of seemingly looks like a late pick and roll. So Detroit had ran it a couple of times, and Wemby I got dunked on by what's his name, Jaren. He got hooked on because they came down pick and roll. They caught Wemby in it, and you got Cunningham coming down, and it's like he kind of flashes kind of late, and Wemby is so caught up on because he's so close to the basket. Then the guy going to shoot a handoff he did a hand up to Jaren, went up. Too late, hooked it on him. So that's a play that I'm watching. I'm like, ooh, if people run that play a lot, it's gonna be hard for Wemby to kind of gauge on how to guard that. So I think you got a late pick and roll Wemby because he's too tall. Like I'm watching this shit, I'm like, yo, the dude came down. I forgot how it was, and he did a teardrop. Wemby just said, boop. I was like, yo, this shit is unfair. Like then when he cut to the basket, somebody missed an assignment. He just threw it up. Women just caught it. Boop. And when he goes down to the hole, get out the way because he's going to he is a freak athlete. And then you got Castle. You got Champagne, that's their shooter. Then you got Fox around them. You got the other name, Vassell, I think his name is. Like this team. Then you got what's his other guy name? That Junior. Was it is it Pippen Jr.? No. Is it Pip Jr.? I think he played for the Spurs. One of those on the Spurs. And I watched that team is very dangerous. And it's key to note, right? I read a stat that it was they said that great NBA championship teams have like the 40-20 rule if they reach 40 wins before the 20.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Those are really the contending teams. Spurs is 41-16 right now.
Phil Jackson said that.
About the rule, championship rule, team rule. Yeah. That's when this team is 41-16. They are really, and they beat the defending champions. They didn't beat them yet. Did the Thunder get one? Yeah, I don't think even Thunder got one against them yet. They even said, yo, how you keep losing? And they said, well, they got the 7'6" guy over there named Wemby. It's just bruh, they have a great chance to win the chip this year. People keep saying, well, to give them one more year. Nah, Spurs is fucking phenomenal. If Wemby stays healthy, that whole team stays healthy, because they already got the confidence that they could beat the Thunder. Like Thunder, even though the champs, Thunder got to be like, yo, we gotta beat these guys. It's crazy. They the defending champions, and now Thunder in their heads like, yo, we gotta go through Spurs if we want to win a championship. How crazy is that? And y'all just won a chip. Like, yo, Spurs the real deal, bro. They the real deal.
I ain't mad at that.
They're the real deal. And I think if Wemby, because right now he's fourth in the MVP race, if they end up with a better record, you got to give Wemby that MVP, dog. It depends on how much games where the games is at.
Over your boy Jaylen Brown? Have you advocated for?
Well, if they have the better record, because you know the NBA MVP goes by the team with the best record, best players.
I'm not debating that, but I'm just you as a Jaylen Brown advocate.
I am.
He need to holler at you.
I am.
Give you box seats. He need to give you box seats to the games. Word up. Playoffs. He need to give you season pass for the playoffs. Box seats. Because you've been holding them down from the rip.
Yeah. I mean, Jaylen Brown is having a phenomenal. That's why I don't think that Tatum, you know, even though they need Tatum to compete for a championship, but you know, Tatum, I don't know. If Tatum is a grown man, if you feel like he's 100% and he could come back, then by all means do that. You know, we see how that dynamic go. But Jaylen Brown has been playing like an MVP this season because nobody expected Boston to be where they at right now. Nobody. And Jaylen Brown is averaging 30 this season. 30.
If I'm calling it, I got Jaylen Brown, Cunningham, and probably Wemby as the top three candidates. Me?
Yeah. I mean, because people keep putting Jokic and Shea at the top. I mean, let's stop it. Like, this is stop the popularity shit, bro. We got to stop. I mean, got to stop this. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Joker missed like a month with the injury.
Yeah, so, like, come on. Come on, man. And Shea is as good as Shea is. Shea missed a whole lot of games, too. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it was like, put the guys, I think at the top of my list is Jaylen Brown. At the top of my list, I would give Jaylen Brown. I will give Cade, Cunningham, and Wemby. That was your 3 too? Yeah. I think my 3 is the same. Yeah, that's my same top 3 is for MVP candidates.
Like you said, because like sometimes when you do the popularity thing and all that stuff, and people be deserving, sometimes they don't always get that next chance or season. And it's like, yo, damn. So
because a lot of these MVP races, they got Jokic at the top, Shea at the top, and everybody else comes in and you know, comes after that. But it's like, bro, Shea and Joker,
not this season. Not this season.
They missed almost half the season with the games they missed, so we got to take them out the equation.
Not this season.
Out of there. Not this season. Brown deserves MVP. That's if you talk about MVP award, Brown because that's defines an MVP. Jaylen Brown.
That's what. Yo, we gotta keep it. Yo, Jaylen, if you out there, my brother been backing you from the rip before the season. Yo, box seats to playoffs, man.
Yeah, Jaylen, send those. We gonna tag you in the shit. You know what I'm
saying? Yo, Jaylen, box seats, something. You know what I mean? Even at the playoffs, a game, son. My brother been showing you love. When everybody was like, yo, you're wildin'. I ain't gonna lie, Jaylen. You see it? I'm one of them. But still, you see it to the ticket for me too, though. You know what I mean? It's all love, baby.
We a paid, bro.
It's all love. But my brother been backing you before, that's why I wish we would have found it before the season started.
I'm gonna try to find it.
Clip. Was really going ham. Like, and, usually I be the one getting in. He was animated in it. He was looking like Busta Rhymes going in it. I was like, yo, all right. I was like, yo, he's wild. He's wild. But now we the ones wilding. We the ones that look stupid. Yo, Nostradamus, man. Yo, give us something else so we can. Yo, give me another something right now. Nostradamus, give me something real quick before we close the episode. I need something else, man. What's the next? Yo, come on.
It gotta flow. You know what I mean? If I feel I can't force it. It just gotta come from the conversations and just come from what I feel and what I see, and it gotta come. You know what I mean? That's how I give my real predictions. I just can't make, because if I say, yo, so this is going to MVP, you know what I mean? I can't do that. It's gotta flow naturally. You know what I mean? We always think of something to debate.
Well, you kind of did a little bit when you said the Spurs could win it all now. They ready. So that was almost like, I'm not gonna say, but I don't know, I'm not. But yeah, you're right though. It got to be organic.
Got to be organic.
That Jaylen Brown one was humongous though. We need to find the clip. You gotta find it.
Yo, we was
that's
with
humongous.
somebody. We was talking with somebody. I just got to remember who we had on the show talking about that because it was 2 people on it and I think I remember that.
So
and I was like,
if it was 2, it had to be Morrow. It had to be Morrow and somebody else. If it was 2,
well, it was me, you, and somebody else.
I mean,
because
I know we talked about
it. When you referenced it before, I went to that one and it wasn't there. We talked about it, but then I went a couple of ones.
That was the one with Nate.
Up.
That was the one with Nate. That was the one with Nate when we talked about it.
Yeah, but I went a couple of more up, and because you said it was before the season, so I was looking through the notes on there, and it was like 2 more up, and we was talking about it. Maybe I could have missed it, but I'm gonna find it. I gotta find it. Now I definitely gotta go and
you got to, because you would be on another level with that prediction the way you went. Because you went hard though. Like when I was talking about AI, you was going in. I'm like, yo, like he's going crazy right now.
And when I was talking about it, I just felt like I just put myself in his shoes and how I will feel, right? After just winning the finals MVP, right? Like I just won the finals MVP, and this was a full, healthy Jason Tatum we talking about during that time. But I won finals MVP. He goes down, and now y'all want to trade everybody, and y'all looking like me like I got to deal with this rebuilding team. Fuck all y'all. Watch what I do. So I felt Jalen at that. I'm like, yo, they disrespecting my man right now. Like I was like, that's why I say I would feel, if I'm Jalen Brown, I was like, I would feel fucking disrespected that y'all trading everybody because we're going to go through a rebuilding phase because Jason Tatum got injured, but I just won the finals MVP. Y'all niggas got me fucked up. All right, watch this. Now look at him, averaging 30 on the head, and he's in the MVP conversation. Shout out to Jalen Brown. Send him tickets, boy. Ow!
Yeah, and I guess, and that's all she wrote, folks. That's the episode.
Episode 46, man. 2 cents and change. Your boy,
it's your boy Melly Mel, man.
We out, y'all. Shout out to everybody that was tuning in live, man. Ark of the fuck it. My man Ark, my man Mr. Max, Sajiro, Kiki. Who else I missed, bro? We got somebody
Lando, Real Mac.
Yep. All y'all. Appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. Love y'all, man. Love. We out, y'all.
Yeah.